Hi guys, welcome back to my channel today. Thank you for joining me, and today we're going to be looking at something I've been wanting to read for so long, and I'm so glad that it was on my uni syllabus. As you probably guessed from the title, it is Rebecca by Daphne Du Maurier, as you've probably guessed from the title of this video, otherwise you wouldn't have clicked on it. Anyway, for those of you that haven't read Rebecca, or even heard of it, I mean, do you live under a rock? But anyway, those of you that haven't read Rebecca, I shall read the little blurb for you and then we'll get into the review. So the blurb goes, working as a lady's companion, the heroine of Rebecca, who doesn't have a name, bear in mind, no name, she's not Rebecca, somebody else, learns her place. Her future looks bleak until, on a trip to the south of France, she meets Max de Winter. Ooh. A handsome widower whose sudden proposal of marriage takes her by surprise. She accepts, but whisked from a glamorous Monte Carlo to the ominous and brooding Manderley, the new Mrs. De Winter finds Max a changed man. The memory of his dead wife Rebecca is forever kept alive by the forbidding housekeeper, Mrs. Danvers. She's cow, I'm putting it out there right now. Mrs. Danvers, no, sounds good, doesn't it? Anyway, let's get into this. So, Rebecca's been just one of those novels that, you know, when you've always wanted to read, you haven't had time, you haven't had like time to get the novel, you haven't had time to read it, blah blah blah. So anyway, it was on my university syllabus and I was like, amazing, so I'm actually going to read this book. Like normally it's kind of like, oh, spark notes it. But anyway, I actually read this book and it was so good. Despite this being such a good book and so chunky, well, it's not so chunky, but it is. But yeah, it's 428 pages. So kind of, I'd say like an average novel, you know, of a medium size, but it was quite slow to begin with. I was reading it kind of like, come on, pick up, I had some good hopes for you, don't let me down type of thing in my head, and it didn't let me down. And as it kind of progressed and it got like towards halfway through, then 3/4 of the way through, oh my god, I got through that book in like a day. After that part of the book, I whizzed through it, I couldn't put it down, it was so good. There was so much action going on, a bit of mystery, and all that sort of stuff that makes you want to read more, and the pace of the novel was just quite quick after that, and I remember reading it in a bit of a whiz and my heart was going and all this stuff was going off and I didn't know what's going on. It was really good. I think you're reading a good book when the characters spark such great emotions out of you. Like, even if it's the bad emotions, like Mrs. Danvers, I hate her so much. She's such an evil cow, but like it's good because one of my English teachers at A-level, if a novel does not spark any reaction in the reader whatsoever, then the novelist has failed. The end of. If you're just completely indifferent to it, then that novelist has failed you. But if you have any reaction, good or bad, then they've succeeded because they've made you feel something. That was like the first line of my personal statement for uni, and you know, I got in, so what can I say? So, I feel like the second Mrs. De Winter was kind of like a little puppy. She was just left in the house the whole time and just milled around for a little bit. And despite first impressions, it's not a ghost story. I thought it really would be a ghost story. Sorry guys to break it to you, but it's not a ghost story. I really thought it was, and I'm a bit sad. But despite it not being an actual ghost story, there's like the whole tone of the novel is really quite eerie. What's the word? It's just, Mrs. Danvers is the creepiest character I've ever experienced in my whole life. She's on another level. Anyway, she kind of keeps the whole life and notion and appearance of Rebecca up, which kind of makes you feel like Rebecca's always there. Like, God knows what this poor Mrs. De Winter felt for lesser in this big house, but this creepy feeling of the ex-wife there. But yeah, like you kind of get a sense that Rebecca just looking over your shoulder, you kind of get like, oh, what are you doing there type thing, like, you know what I mean? It's really quite weird, but I liked that. Like, the sense of eeriness is kind of, gives you a bit of goosebumps when she's rolling through the massive corridors. You can just picture it, like, you know, when you go to those big stately homes and you see the big corridors, the big rooms, how empty they are, how cold they can look. I really liked it because you could imagine maybe Rebecca's ghost or something like flitting through the corridor, or a little white swish of fabric somewhere. Do you know what I mean? Like, I really liked that aspect of it, and I think that's what gives it its kind of gothic appeal, apart from obviously the really gloomy weather and the big massive house and the really creepy, what is she? Like, I think she's head housemaid or something like that. I don't know, she's like, she runs the house. Major plot twist in this, like, I'd say like Cassandra Clare level plot twist, you know. I mean, it tops, I don't want to say anything actually because you might not have read it, but it tops the incest and it tops the deaths and all that sort of stuff. That you're like, Cassandra Clare keeps hitting you with those plot twists and you just can't take it anymore, but you keep on reading. I didn't even see it coming. A lot of my friends who also read it were like, oh yeah, I knew that was going to happen. I was like, took me by surprise. That's, the plot twist is kind of halfway onwards, so that's kind of why I did end up reading it a lot faster towards the end, because all the action just happened then. Like, I think, to be fair, I think it's quite an accurate representation of poor little Mrs. De Winter number 2's life, like at the beginning, before she found out the news about what had happened, blah blah. I'm not going to say what's happened because it's the biggest plot twist. Her life was really stagnant and really dull, and she wasn't doing a lot, and then all this stuff cracks off, and there you have it. Her life is interesting and it's going at the pace of lightning. Is that the phrase? Pace of lightning? This is lightning. Speed of light. Got it. There we go. And life is going at the speed of light all of a sudden, and I think it takes the reader on the same journey, and it just, I like it, I have to say. What are your guys' thoughts on it? Do you like it? Did you find it a bit slow? How do you feel about Mrs. Danvers? Please, I need your opinions. I need to know I'm not alone in this because she's bloody awful. Anyway, my overall rating of Rebecca is 5 stars. I mean, I can get past the slow beginning. I can get past the slow beginning because it makes up for it in the end and all the plot twists. Do you know, I actually really wish there was a second one. I really wish she'd written a second one so that I can see what happens next. Oh well, it's the best standalone. But yeah, check the written review out on my blog, beautyinthebooks.blogspot.co.uk, and also I've got loads of pictures on my Instagram, so go follow those and like and subscribe on here, please. I'd really appreciate it. And then, I don't know, comment what you guys, what do you guys want me to review? Also, apologies guys if I keep looking over there, because that's my viewfinder. No jokes. It's just a mirror that I can see the screen of my phone with, so it's just this way. It's just, yeah, I'm poor, okay, we can't afford all this expensive equipment. That's it. Thanks for joining me today, guys. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.